What's up, everybody? Hey, Mama Six, Cole, the T Lounge, L Love, Brianna, S. Shaw, Brandon. What's up, y'all? Hey, Abby, everybody. So, listen, I just came on here because it was Sunday, and I said, let me come on and talk to my peeps because there really ain't a whole lot going on if you really want to know the truth of the matter. Unless y'all know about something that I don't know about, but it ain't really too much going on. UPS is stressing me out. I have had a package stuck in Texas since August the 3rd with no movement. Let me tell you something. If you are in the business of buying stock and you have a few dollars, yeah, you might want to buy stock in FedEx, UPS. I mean, Amazon is always a good bet, but we know Amazon is expensive as hell. Amazon stock is real pricey. But I don't know what FedEx and UPS stock is running right now. But if I had a few dollars right now, that's what I would do. Maybe when I get paid Friday, I'll buy me a little stock. As of right now, that ain't in the budget. But I have a package due to arrive on Wednesday. My fingers are crossed. Listen, anybody that's expecting anything through regular mail right now, I will hold your breath. I'm still waiting on Reese saying my book was in the mail to me. You know, Reese G, I ordered his book and I got the email confirmation a while ago. Like, matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm going to check the tracking on it. And I told y'all I had a package that was lost that I sent out 2 packages on the same damn day. One to James and one to Brianna. And Brianna never got her package. But her package was going south and James's package was going north. He got his package in 2 days. And I didn't do anything special. I didn't add any special tracking or anything. So I'm live. I'm just letting you know. Hey, nephew, what's up? Yeah, S. Shaw, when I get paid, I'm definitely going to buy me some stock when I get paid. I told y'all I've been buying stock. I hate to say it like this, but I've been buying stock since the pandemic started. I've been buying stock now. I ain't saying I'm about to become a millionaire because I ain't buying that kind of, I ain't rich and buying that kind of stock, but every payday, I've been buying something. Every payday, I've been buying a little something. So, I get paid Friday, so maybe that's what I'll buy this Friday is a couple of shares of FedEx. Again, a couple of shares ain't gonna make me rich, but may make me a few dollars in a couple of months. You never know. You never know.
Just make sure my name in your will.
Did y'all hear that? Make sure her name is in my will. Ciao. What was I getting ready to say? I lost my train of thought just that quick. I'm waiting for a package now. My freshly.com is supposed to be here and it ain't come yet. And I got the email for that last night saying it would be delivered today. And it's 7 o'clock and I still don't have my dinner. Let me check the app. You know, you got a Freshly app. Let me check the app. It says my meals have shipped. Track my delivery. Let me track my delivery. Shipment progress. Hold on, y'all know I can't see. It's out for delivery. Went out for delivery this morning. So it left out for delivery at 11 o'clock this morning, child. From where to leave out of? I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Just made the screen bigger. All right, left out of Hyattsville, Maryland. Hell, I could have drove to Hyattsville 20 times by now. But anyway, it's supposed to be here. It's still supposed to be here today, so we're going to find out. And this is my first delivery, so we're going to see. You're in an investment club, and we pull money together to pay stock. I used to be in an investment club, and y'all know, people just can't do shit. I'm not in any club now.
Oh, that's you until they asking for $100.
I didn't ask you for no $100. What are you talking about? Oh, for the
It's cool. I'll pay you.
Oh, you talking about that's girl? That's something else. Listen, that's private business. That's something else. Stay over there. I'm supposed to get buffalo chicken with loaded cauliflower, and I'm supposed to get a cauliflower shell bouillabaisse. That's a type of, isn't it called bouillabaisse sauce? Like bouillabaisse sauce? It's a pasta anyway. Buchanan, whatever Buchanan. Anyway, and it's with ground beef and Italian cheese. Now that sounds good. I feel like that's what I would eat I feel like I would eat that tonight for dinner. Wait a minute. Hold up. All right, let me get back to this, y'all, because now I'm looking at this app. I'm actually looking at this closely. They have my delivery all wrong. They're delivering to me the same thing every week. That's not what I signed up for. Child, I'm going to have to call them tomorrow. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. What's up, Jonathan? Hey, Echo Man. Jonathan, are you still uploading your assignments? They're not showing up on my thing anymore. I don't know why. And I always forget, like, when you put in St. Paul, you can never find it. I don't know why it's not popping up. I can't get my good word from you. Hey, Echo Man. You can also buy stock via Cash App. Now, I heard that. Yeah, you can buy stock. Now, you know what? Now, I do have money on my Cash App. I could actually buy some stock today because I got money on my Cash App. Now, I could do that. Let me hold the check and see how much the stock is running, honey. Okay, well then, Jonathan, I need to put the link in. I need you to do me a favor, Jonathan. I need you to put the link in again, and I'm gonna have to. I can't do it from here. Abby, do you have the link? Is Abby in here? Abby, do you have the link to Jonathan? I don't know why I can't. It's not showing up again. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Oh, okay. I am tripping. Okay. Don't worry about me, y'all. I'm tripping. Okay, thanks, Evs. Hold on. Let me click this from. Hey, Crispies, what's up? You want to send some lights out to my aunt and Kent? You're lucky. What you mean? I'm lucky. What that mean? Oh, you talking to somebody in the chat? I don't know if you heard of it, but I can think of some companies that have rebate things where if you buy one of their products, they give you a certain percentage of stock. Oh no, I never heard of that. It was Men's Day, and they had a guest speaker. I know that's right. Y'all better be having Men's Day. Love, I'm very grateful to be able to do it because my grandparents are in their 80s. Oh, you were talking to Brianna. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me click that link because for some reason, y'all know how YouTube be tripping sometimes. And for some reason, I meant to ask you about that the other day because it's like the last 2 or 3 Sundays. I was like, what is going on? All right, let me click the link right now. And everybody else in here, y'all go ahead and click the link and y'all make sure. See, it says I'm subscribed. Let me make sure oh, you know what? My notifications were off. But I didn't turn my notifications off. YouTube be on that bullshit. This action is turned off for content made for kids. So I can't get notifications because this content is made for kids? What kind of bullshit is that? It will not let me turn my notifications on for you. I wonder why it won't let me turn my notifications on for you, Jonathan. It said notification turn off for content made for kids. That don't even make no sense. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to figure that out later because I don't even understand what that is. But I am still subscribed, but it just doesn't show up in my feed. It doesn't show up in my feed because at first it would show up in my feeds. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, because they sure send me the notifications for the dumb shit. For the stuff I could care less about, I get those notifications all day long. Hey, what's up, Reese's Pieces? How you doing, boo? How are you doing? So yeah, what I was gonna say was, I saw today where there are at least 9 states that are threatening to sue. Hey, Des, that are threatening to sue the U.S. Postal Service. I can't comment either if it's made for kids. Oh, that's crazy. I'm on a notification timeout, girl. Yeah, so that's I saw that and I thought that was very interesting. They said a lot of states attorney generals are getting ahead of what they see is going on with the elections and the what the president is doing. They see what's going on and they are suing, or they haven't done it yet, but they're threatening to sue the U.S. Postal Service. And I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, those pictures of see, I want to know the context of those pictures. Those pictures of the mailboxes being drug off. That's one of those things that I'm leery of until I get the context. And that's not to say that those pictures aren't accurate. Let me be clear. I know that 45 is doing everything in his power to fuck with the mail system. So I'm not saying that those pictures aren't accurate. But all I'm saying is I need, in those situations, I need to see the context. Like, where was that picture taken? When was it taken? What year was it taken? Because for all we know, that picture could be 10 years old that somebody found somewhere and they posted it to scare us. I'm not saying it's not true. But I need to see I need to see how that is connected. But it's still scary because we know that they are doing stuff. Like, I would have never, y'all, listen, in my wildest dreams, like, I knew Trump was going to be bad. I told everybody not to vote for this fool. I knew he was going to be bad. There was nothing that he could say to me to convince me that he was the person I needed in the White House. But in my wildest dreams, I never thought of no shit like this. I never thought that a sitting president would fuck with the mail service at the risk of not being reelected. I never thought I would see that. I mean, you're dealing with people's money, Social Security. They talking about people's Social Security checks. Thank you, Reese's Pieces. Thank you for trusting me with your first super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna buy me some stock. I'm gonna take that $10 bill. By the time I get it, it won't be 10, but it don't matter. I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna buy me some FedEx stock with that. I've seen voters' boxes with stamps saying it's closed. Is any part of the government that can stop Trump from doing this with the mail? Outside of Roro is why my packages have been delayed as of late. I'm gonna say this. Brianna, to answer your question, I also saw today, as a part of that article that I read, let me find the source so I can tell you guys. I think it was CNN, but don't quote me on that. Hold on, let me get my source. Because I like to be accurate when I bring y'all stuff. So let me get my source. I think it was CNN. I did a screenshot of the story, but it didn't give me the source. But it came up in my news feed this morning, and so there's only a few things in my news feed. Like, I'm not subscribed to every single news feed in the world, so I'm thinking it's CNN. Okay. I don't know if that was CNN. I think it was CNN, but what I was getting ready to say was a part of that article, they also spoke on how the Democrats are calling for an investigation. And so there is, when you say, is there anything they can do, they're limited. Like, there's a process before, like, first of all, the Senate does not have the authority to, the U.S. House of Representatives, they make the laws. It is not their job to enforce laws. It is not their job to make sure the laws are being enforced. They make the law. The Supreme Court makes sure that it's constitutional and make sure it's being implemented correctly. But that's not their branch. So the Congress can't. They can investigate and they can make recommendations. But they're limited. Like, it ain't like they could go, well, let me not say they can't, because they may be able to. So let me choose my words carefully. They may have the authority that's never been used before. I not have the Constitution memorized. But from my understanding of the Constitution, they don't have the authority to just go on and arrest the post office, the postmaster general. They can have a hearing. They can, and then, they can impeach him. Like you can impeach the president. They can impeach him to have him removed. That's a process, though. And that's a process that would take a while. But other things can be done. It's not a hopeless situation. It's not like nothing can be done. Things can be done. But again, we are dealing with a split Congress, whereas Congress might do something, but if it goes to the Senate, y'all know the Senate may or may not. Now, I'm going to say this. The Senate may or may not support it, and I'm going to tell you why they may support it is because some of those senators are up for re-election as well, and it's up their campaigns. Like, they ain't worried about being re-elected. They know they good, and Trump could be messing up their situation. So it'll be interesting to see where the chips fall on this one. Well, Echo Man, I think when our founding fathers wrote the Constitution, I think they thought they put enough fail-safes in place that they would be protecting the office of the president. I think they gave mankind a little bit too much credit. I think they gave too much credit to people to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. We saw where in the case of Richard Nixon, everybody knew he was guilty, but the Republicans had his back until there was absolutely no way they could defend him anymore. Until it got to the point where they defended him up until the point where the tape dropped and they heard it out of his mouth, even though all this evidence existed that this is what he did. But until the tape dropped and it was boom, boom, boom in their face. So I think they thought they put they have where you can impeach and there's a process for impeachment and they did that. Like, I think they thought they put enough checks and balances in place, but I just think they overestimated people choosing party over what was right. I don't think they ever envisioned the political party system becoming this partisan. I think they always had, or at least in their mind, thought that people would put country before party. And that's just not the case. That's not what we've seen probably in the last 20 years, that people putting country. And there have been examples of people putting country before party. But overall, especially under this climate, it's become, and people want to say what they want to say about Barack Obama, about it. But since Barack Obama, you've seen a lot more of, I don't give a damn what happens. I'm just not voting for a Democrat. I don't care whether he's right or not. People piss me off when they criticize Obama because, and that's not to say Obama was perfect. Let me be clear. I'm not saying he was perfect. But people piss me off when they say, well, I wish he had done more and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And I'm like, do y'all really understand how hard it was for him to get stuff done after his first 2 years in office? After that first midterm election? And he no longer had the majority. Listen, do y'all know how hard it was? It was probably hard for him to get Christmas lights approved for the White House at Christmas time. Like, it was so hard for him to get anything done that it's really a wonder that he got as much done as he did get done. And so when people criticize him, I'm like, okay, he wasn't perfect. No, I didn't agree with everything about Obama either. But to make it seem like what he did was inconsequential to what he didn't do, man, like, he got a lot of shit done. Explain the UPS relationship to the government. I think is along the line of a subsidy. Like, it's not actually a government agency. No, it's a government agency. Hey, Amber. Hey, Monk Chip. Hey, baby. Nobody ever would have thought a fool like Trump would be in office. Please, everybody vote November 3rd. Child. Let me say this, little baby. I would have to do further research, but it is a government agency. It is absolutely a government agency. The Postmaster General is a position that it's a federal position. It's a federal government position. They serve at the pleasure of the president, But no, that's why the president's been able to do what he's doing right now with it. He's telling the postmaster general these things I want done. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you I have friends, they're cutting out overtime, and I know that seems crazy to people. Like, well, what's the big deal about them cutting out overtime? Let me be clear. If there was no overtime in the U.S. post office, you think it's snail mail now. And then the other thing is, the U.S. Post Office has been in trouble for a long time financially. And if it were not a government agency, it would have already closed. It would have already had to declare bankruptcy. Because with companies like Amazon and FedEx and UPS becoming more popular methods of people mailing stuff, and with the decline of people just mailing, period. Like, how many of us really truly, like, most of my mail is junk mail. I check my mailbox once a week. I check my mailbox on Thursday. You know why I check it on Thursday? Because that's the day I get my trash together, because Friday is trash day and people come in the morning to pick up the trash. So I check my mailbox every Thursday, and probably 80% of what I take out of the mailbox goes I don't even open it up. It goes directly in the trash. It's junk. And the few things that I do get that I don't throw away is because I need to shred. Like, I still don't need it. I just don't want to throw it away because it's got information on it. I need to shred it. So I don't throw it away. Every once in a while, something comes in the mail that I'm like, oh yeah, I need this. You know what I'm saying? If Biden gets close to be president, he's going to have the same problem that Obama had. Yeah, but I think so too. But I don't know if it'll be as bad as Obama, but he'll definitely have issues. If Sasha Malia chose the dinner menu for a state dinner, the GOP would have lost it, and Trump somehow gets to have his daughter and son-in-law work for him. Okay. I mean, do y'all remember the big deal they made out of Michelle Obama wearing a dress with her arms out? But they're naked pictures of our first lady circulating the internet as we speak. Like, if you Google Melania Trump, naked pictures pop up. I mean, maybe not now because they probably scrubbed it, but certainly they were there. They were exposed. Like, you can still get them. They're not, like, they're there. Like, but just the same people that had a problem with Michelle Obama wearing a dress with her arms out? Really? Her arms out. Okay. Her arms out. I feel like Soldier Boy. I feel like Allen Iverson. Practice? We talking about practice. So Postmaster General is delaying mail. He absolutely is. At the direction of the president, he absolutely is delaying mail. After watching America and seeing how they voted, we should have expected 2016. After watching America and seeing how they voted, we should have expected 2016. I don't understand that statement, Young Rich. I think Trump wants to privatize the post office. No, I think Trump just wants to delay the mail so that he can win. I don't think he cares about privatizing the post office. I think he just wants to delay the mail. That's just my opinion, though. So I'm really upset that this fool, I have packages being held. Well, yeah, there are people that have money being held. Like, they were talking about the fact that senior citizen Social Security checks are being held up. Like, everybody doesn't have direct deposits. Some people still get money in the mail. Some people still get checks mailed to them. And there are people who are not getting their checks. So even just important documents, things come in the mail. Like, I don't use the mail a lot, but there are times when I get shit in the mail that is important that I need. No, I do not need those Hardee's Little Caesars coupons. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate at either one of those places. In the dark web, you find everything. Melania, child, you didn't even got to go to the dark web, but I know what you're saying, Mr. Zudi. They did try to clean it up. But, child, you didn't even really got to look real hard. Like, I could probably find them, and I ain't tech savvy at all, and I could probably find the pictures. I know they did try to clean it up, but they still out there, child. They still out there. Donald Trump is so stupid to come up with all this stuff. It's his administration and his cronies that are telling him what to do. Trump is a puppet. Yeah. And that's why the Republicans are allowing him to do the things that he's doing, because they're getting what they want. The Republicans are getting what they want. Y'all got to pay attention. Stop paying attention to the tweets and pay attention to Trump. Pay attention to what the Congress is doing. Pay attention to the laws that they're... Here's the thing, and I can't take credit for this because somebody said this, and I really wish I could remember who said it. I don't remember who said it. I don't know if it was a political commentator, if it was a comedian. I don't remember. But what I do remember is this statement. I can't take credit for it, but here it is. If Barack Obama didn't do anything in office, like people try to say he didn't do shit, and they try to criticize what he did. If Barack Obama didn't get anything done in Congress as president, then why has Trump spent the last 4 years undoing everything that Barack Obama did? If y'all pay attention to what is going on, and not so much the House of Representatives, even though there's some shit going on down there too, but the Senate. The reason why Mitch McConnell and them let Trump run around acting like the emperor who, the emperor who lost his coat, lost his clothes or whatever, is because they're getting everything they want. It's like, he can act the fool. We don't care about him acting the fool. And y'all keep paying attention to the minstrel show. Y'all keep watching the man tap dance. And while y'all watching him tap dance, we're going to be back here robbing a bank. And that's exactly what they've been doing. And that's why, you have to pay attention to what's not being said. Not what's being said. What's not being said. You know what I'm saying? None of the first ladies looked good enough to whip. Child, listen. Let's see. We always have to be perfect while others get away with so much. Ain't that the truth? What they say? UPS and FedEx already said they can't do the mail fast enough to support the election and mail-in votes. Trump really figured out how to scam another term. It ain't Brianna. He ain't scam shit. Hate designs by V, exactly. And these are the same people who claim to be Christian. You ain't lying about that. Trump got all the people in pocket from FBI to CIA. Not so fast. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. Yeah, FedEx and UPS, and it's not their job to support an election because, again, they are a private company. They are not a government agency. They are a private company, and it's not their job to support an election. And I'm glad that they said that they couldn't do it. Let me say this. I've said it before, and I've said it again. You guys, you can still get your ballots in the mail, but take them. Somebody told me in my live the other day, take them directly to the Board of Elections. I told you guys yesterday that in DC, they're automatically mailing everybody a ballot. They're not. I don't know if I'm sure the polls are going to be open, but they just mailed everybody a ballot. They mailed everybody a ballot, and I told you guys that I'm going to just take I'm not going to mail it back. I'm just going to drop it off at the Board of Elections in person, and my parents are going to do the same thing. So if you get a mail-in ballot, it's nothing wrong with getting the ballot mailed to you. Make sure you get it in enough time. But I would not mail it back. I would directly take it to the Board of Elections. And what somebody in my live the other day was telling me is that it doesn't have, if you're in a different state, like my niece has to get a mail-in ballot from Pennsylvania. She's going to be in Michigan. She can take it to the Board of Elections at wherever the Board of Elections is where she lives. She doesn't have to drive to Pennsylvania. That makes sense, right? Because, some people are getting absentee ballots because they're going to be absentee. They don't, and because her move situation is so close to election, like with the deadlines and stuff, she's not even going to fool around with it, which makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Donald Trump is too stupid to come up with all this stuff. Oh, I read that already. It's sad that we have things like Amazon Prime, iPhones, Alexa, but can't figure out a reputable voting system. I agree, but hell, with Russia infiltrating our situation, hell, we can't figure out how to get Russia to stop. Like, we can't figure that out. Hillary tried to tell y'all didn't want to listen, that they were tapping into the voting machines, and nobody want to listen to that. Hillary was the same age as Michelle, and yet looked a mess. Well, you listen. We know people got different genes. People take care of themselves differently. If you read Michelle Obama's book, she's been a fitness person since she was young. Like matter of fact, she said that if you read her book, she talked about where her and Barack were having problems, and she was blaming him when she wasn't able to go work out and things like that. So the story is deeper. You got to read the book. But she was talking about how that was one of the things that she sort of resented him for, was that his schedule, or her bending to his schedule. Let me say that, because that's what her therapist told her when they went to marriage counseling. Her therapist said, so you blaming him because of a decision you made. But her bending to his schedule was preventing her from working out, and it was messing with her because that was her happy time. So when you think about the fact that this is a woman who, going back to her 20s, always exercised and worked out, and I'm sure she had, a beauty regimen and all of that. You can't compare that to that woman, because the genes just ain't the same, y'all. Y'all know the genes ain't the same. Oh Lord, don't be asking nobody to teach you how to navigate the dark web, child. Right, people's medicine. Like, I know my parents get their medicine sent in the mail because they get bulk. So you're right. I didn't even think about that. People get their medicine in the mail. Absolutely. Thank you, Mama 6, for dropping my Cash App and asking people to lie. I appreciate Mama 6 and Evie. Y'all know y'all my and Danny, when she can come in. Danny stay busy, honey. But when y'all can come through, y'all know y'all. Those are my good mods, honey. My good mods. Hey, Miss Old School, I saw you over there at Conscious TV, honey. I was in the bushes. I saw you over there. I wonder if that's why Trump cut the stimulus checks in the middle of being sent to put them on debit cards. Somebody else is doing the thinking because he needs the stimulus for re-election too. I ain't hear nothing about that, Brianna. They putting stimulus on debit cards? I ain't hear nothing about that. America has no voice to condemn anybody like Syria, North Korea, Cuba, China with the president that we have. Now, Mr. Zudi, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. So we're going to have to start over basically once 46 steps in. Let me tell you something. Joe Biden is going to spend a lot of time untangling a mess. Absolutely. I'm not saying that he won't be able to do his own agenda, but there's going to absolutely be an adjustment period for everybody. You talk about cleaning house. When his cabinet comes in, like for example, that Trump's people have pretty much gutted a lot of these government agencies. There are positions that have never been refilled. There are people who quit and they never hire people in those positions. A friend of mine works at the Department of Education, and he has talked about how horrible things have been under Betsy DeVos. Like, just little things that we don't hear about, little things that don't trickle down to us that have been going on. So many positions, people are quitting, and those positions never getting filled. So that's a lot of bureaucracy has built up because a lot of things aren't getting done from that point of view. From the point of view of you are not fully, your agency isn't fully staffed. And I mean, it may be agencies that we don't think about, like the Department of Education. That's not a major agency. We don't think about it until we need something from the Department of Ed. But the fact that they're at like half capacity, you have people in place that have no idea how to do the job. They were just hired as friends of, type of situation. So it's going to definitely be a learning curve when Lord willing, the election goes the way I wanted to go. There's definitely going to be a learning curve. Definitely. Supreme Court judges and all the federal judges around the country, major implications. Yeah, there are definitely going to be some major implications of the judges that he's put in place. But what I'm hopeful about is that there are a lot of people who have held on, waiting for an election, like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Let's just pray. Let's just keep it in prayer, okay? That we got 81 more days or 80 more days. Let's just keep it in prayer. That Ruth. I'm just saying. I'm going to the polling place as usual. Just deal with it. Yeah, I think I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna see where we are on November the 3rd as to whether I'm going to actually go to the polling place or not. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards going to the polling place. I'll be honest with y'all. Melania is only 50. I thought she was much older. Child. Melania is how old Melania says she is. Y'all know she can't. Shut up. I was going to say something that wasn't nice. Melania in hiding with a woman at child. Because she ain't signed up to be first lady. She said, I ain't signed up for this shit. She didn't even want to come to D.C. They had to make her come to D.C. If she had her way, she'd have stayed in New York the whole 4 years with her son, minding her damn business. She was like, I ain't signed up for this shit. My prenup didn't say nothing about being first lady. No, ma'am. My prenup said to stay pretty, have a baby, and be quiet. My prenup didn't say nothing about being a first lady. Hey, views of you. Hey, babes. Your first stimulus was put on an American Express card. Really? So how did that happen? Like, because I thought they went by your last taxes, your last, so that's interesting, of viewers of you. I didn't know anything about that. Because y'all know I never got my stimulus, so I don't know nothing about that. You didn't want your bank account used. Okay, and then you transferred it into your, okay. Got you. Okay, I hear you. I didn't know you even had that option. Child. I didn't even know you had that option. Off topic, but Barack seems like he was a piece of work back in the day based on what Michelle was telling us and becoming. What you mean by a piece of work? I didn't get that. Donald Trump is going to eventually go to prison once he leaves office. They're going to find undercover so many crimes. No, they have a warrant waiting for him now, baby. The state of New York, Frankie, the state of New York has a warrant waiting for his arrest. The day, the minute, the second, the hour that he is no longer president of the United States, the state of New York has warrants waiting for him. They've already indicted him. They got warrants. They're waiting. I just need him to get his corona stuff under control, because there should be nowhere in the world countries forward in America is in better shape than America since the outbreak. Well, but some of that, I don't put all of that on him. Some of that I put on us. Yes, he's been piss poor in his leadership, but let's be clear. The information is out there. We got people that are literally fighting to not wear a damn mask. We have people having, I just saw a picture today. What's his name? Bryce Allen, YouTuber and TikTok star. Bryce Allen had a birthday party this weekend, and they had pictures surfaced from the party, and it had to be 100, 200 people at his house. No mask, at his house partying in California. So my thing is, yes, he's been a piss poor leader, but some of it's on us. But you're right. He's been a piss poor leader, though. Hey, Natalia. Hey, boo. Hopefully, you know what, Abby? As soon as I get off here, I'm calling you, and we're going to start looking at some Airbnbs, boo, so I can get my money together, honey. Because I told you I could do something next week at the end of the month, you know. So we're gonna be ready to put some things in order. Let's talk about the order. Yes, I pray, and I ain't even bullshit. I pray for Ruth Bader Ginsburg all the time. I ain't lying. Yeah, we're gonna be in Vegas, so you're right. I'm gonna have to already have voted. Okay, but you know, DC has early voting, so I'll be them voted, child. I don't know how they're gonna do early voting this year, but they always do early voting. So, child, you know I'm gonna vote now. If I gotta delay my flight to vote, I'm gonna vote. It's crazy how they always say you can't become president without a wife. Yeah, Melania is in unseen, but she's a wife though. She's a wife though. But we've had presidents in the past that did. We had who was it? Who didn't have a wife, and his daughter served and the capacity of the duties of the first lady. Was it? Oh shoot! It wasn't Harding. I'll have to look at the list of presidents. If I see the name, I'll know. But we had a president that he was elected. He wasn't married when he was elected, and his daughter served in that capacity. Damn it! I could think of his name, but it's not coming to me right now. I would have to see list of the presidents to know which one I'm talking about. I bet he put it down in the bedroom, though. You can't just. about Barack. I think Barack is very focused, and I think he's one of those people that when he's focused on something, he tunes everything out. And like in her book, Michelle said she would use the example that he would call her and tell her he was on his way home, and that's when he was commuting back and forth from Chicago to Springfield, which I think was like an hour and a half drive or something like that. And she would be waiting for him, and this is before the days of cell phones and stuff. And she said he would leave his office and he would run into a colleague and end up having an hour and a half conversation with the colleague. And so she's at home waiting, holding off dinner, holding off putting the kids to sleep so they could see their dad. And he's still in Springfield having a conversation with one of his colleagues. Not so much that he would go out to the strip club or he would go out to the bar, but they might have been talking about work. But her thing was, she said it was making her resentful because she was planning her schedule around his schedule. And then he would be inconsiderate about that. And her therapist told her, well, that's on you. That ain't on him. Like, his behavior won't change if you continue to accept it and adjust. She was like, so she said she had to say, you know what, you're right. So when she said dinner is at 6:00 every night, whether you are home or not. Me and the girls are gonna have dinner. Bedtime is at 7:30. If you're not here to read a story to them and say goodnight to them, that is on you. She said, so she put the girls on a schedule. She said she would tell him, I'm going to work out at such and such time or such and such, however, this is my schedule and this is what I need for my mental health. This is what I'm going to do. And she said that she had to stop blaming him for the decisions that she was making. And she said his behavior, he adjusted his behavior because if he wanted to put his girls to sleep, he made sure his ass was home by 7:30. But when she was keeping the girls up till 9:30, waiting for him to get home, he would come home when he felt like it. So when he knew that if he didn't get home by a certain time, he wasn't going to be able to say goodnight to his kids, she said he made sure he got home. And she said that's what her therapist told her. You can't blame him for the decisions you're making. And I said, and I thought about it when I was, because I said, that was one of those moments where I had to put the book down and think for a minute and be like, that is such a valid statement. Because I think a lot of times we do that. Well, I'm mad because he's never home on time. He said he coming home from work and he ain't never here, and I messed up dinner, cooking dinner for him and trying to hold it up, da 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 da. Whose decision was that? She said the therapist told her, and if he continues to be disrespectful of your schedule and the girl's schedule, then that's a different decision and that's a different conversation. But right now, there is no schedule. You continue to adjust. Hold on, y'all. Let me get caught up. Mine is bad luck day, the 8th. That sucker was elected on my birthday. He ruined my life. You know what? I didn't realize your birthday was right there, Jonathan. Hey, Miss T Velocity. A lot of people get their stimulus on a credit card and didn't know, so they got the cards and shredded them because they thought it was those advertising. See, I would have never thought about the stimulus coming on a credit card. I didn't know you could do. I didn't know that was an option. Look at that. Hold on, y'all. I'm behind on the comments. Hold on, let me get caught up. Y'all know I get to run in my mouth. The UPS is an independent agency of the executive branch of the U.S. federal government responsible for the postal service in U.S. insular areas and associated states. Thank you, Monk Chip, for that definition. So, going back to your question, little baby, so that it is an independent agency, but it is under the executive branch. So that's kind of what you were saying. So you were right. I was wrong. I thought it was a government agency, but it sounds like it is a government agency, but it runs independently, if that makes any sense. But it's still a government agency. It's still under the umbrella of the government. Mama Six says she has social distancing the rest of her life. You know what? Y'all know what? No, I mean, you ain't the first person to think about Barack Obama and what he can and can't do, child. Do you think Biden will make Obama his Supreme Court justice if he becomes president? You know what? I never thought of that. I don't know. That's very interesting. I never thought of that. Huh. I never, ever, ever thought of that. Cole, that would be interesting, though. I never, ever thought of that. Yes, he's a procrastinator. Michelle says she's taking forever to write his autobiography. And that child. Well, you know, when that was the same thing when he was writing either his first book or his second book. He was behind on all his deadlines and all of that. Like, yeah. Yeah, that was a problem when he was. She talked about that in the book too. I think they ended up going on vacation, and he ended up finishing the book while they were on vacation. But he would lock himself, like he would do family time, and then he would lock himself in the room for the rest of the day to finish up the book. It was something she was explaining in the book. But yeah, he's always been. I say that like I know him, but based on the book, yeah, he's always been like that. Obama's done. He's tired of us, and I don't blame him. He's done enough. You know what though? But young Rich, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't necessarily know if it's going to happen, but I would not be surprised if it happened. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Michelle Obama got nominated. And that might be a job she might take. I don't know if she would take it or not, but remember, she was a lawyer as well. And she was a very successful lawyer. Very successful. So, I don't know. She may very well. I've never thought of that. Yes, we've had that happen before. A past president has become a Supreme Court justice. Somebody Google it for me, please. Because I can't remember these presidents' names. But yes, somebody Google the president who wasn't married, who his daughter played the position of the first lady. I mean, she did the roles of first lady, like hosting state dinners and stuff. I want to say Harding, but don't quote me on that because I don't think that's right. And we have had a president become a Supreme Court justice. Those two things have happened. I'm still learning a lot about politics and government. And I love this stuff. That was a good point. It was reviewed. Wasn't that a good message from the therapist? Because I never thought of it. Like, I had to pause after I read that part of the book. I had to pause and be like, oh, that is a word. I had to pause. The bank accounts have to match with the stimulus. So since my fees were taken out of my refund, that's what I'm saying. I knew that was the case with a lot of people, that it went to whatever you put with your taxes, whatever bank account you had linked to your taxes from that tax year is what they connected it to. James Buchanan. Okay, so James Buchanan was never married. Grover Cleveland, who I was thinking about though, because he was married while he was in office. That's who I was thinking about. Because I believe his daughter, Grover Cleveland, is the name I was thinking of though. He's the name I was thinking of. James Buchanan, I'm learning that. I didn't know that. But I knew Grover Cleveland is who I was thinking about. Oh, Biden said that in the interview he would make Obama his nominee. Child. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Michelle. I would not be surprised to see Michelle. Child. Yeah, I won't get my stimulus until I file my taxes. When I talked to the IRS about my stimulus, child, they had to explain it to me like a 5-year-old. So I didn't get my stimulus when y'all got y'all stimulus, but I'll get it when I file my taxes. So basically, I'll have like a $1,300 credit on my taxes. So if I owe, they'll take that. If, it'll bite into my $1,300. And if I get a refund, they'll add the $1,300 to my refund. Because what a lot of people didn't realize was that the stimulus, when you got that stimulus check, it was really in advance. What they did was they put, I don't know the language, so don't quote me on the language, y'all. But what it was there was whatever the language was, it was basically a $1,300 credit. But because people needed the money now, they gave you guys an advance on that credit. So that $1,300 you got as a credit. I didn't get mine when y'all got y'all, so I'll still get it when I file my taxes in February or January, whenever I file my taxes. Now, as far as the second stimulus is concerned, we don't even know what's going on with that. Do I think Taft became Chief Justice? There you go. Thank you, Brandon. See, I ain't crazy. I knew something. Do you think Kamala Harris is a good VP choice? A lot of people rip on her criminal justice record. I think she's a good choice. You know what I've been doing? I've been reposting a whole lot of what people are clearing up the record. You know that guy? I found it very interesting. the guy, people always want to tell the story about how Kamala Harris was a part of a conspiracy, that this guy was falsely convicted of he was falsely convicted of what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? He was falsely convicted of a crime, and supposedly Kamala Harris was a part of the criminal conspiracy theory, and she withheld evidence, or she knew about them withholding evidence that led to this man being falsely convicted, and he was in jail for like 6 years on a murder rap or something. He got out. He ended up suing and getting like a $10 million settlement. Supposedly, they were trying to link Kamala Harris and him. He went public and said, "I don't have no problem with Kamala Harris. She wasn't one of the people that did me dirty. I'm voting for her. I support her." He was like, "Y'all need to stop being sore losers." He's like, "The person that I wanted to be president didn't get the nomination. Maybe the person you wanted to be president didn't get the nomination. But at the end of the day, we gotta get Trump out of here. Don't be using me for y'all's narrative." He said, "Don't put me in it." And that's for that last night. So a lot of stuff that they're saying about her isn't true. It's not. A lot of the stuff it's not true. And then I saw a clip, I posted it on my Instagram, where Shirley Ralph spoke a couple of years ago. Hey, Belize! Hey, baby! Where Shirley Ralph spoke on Kamala Harris, and she said, "Y'all want me to be mad because she put black men in jail." She said, "But did y'all vote for 3 strikes? When it was on the ballot, when it was on the initiative in California, that was a public vote. Did y'all vote to support 3 strikes? So if y'all voted to support 3 strikes, don't say anything about her enforcing the law that you voted for." And I was like, "Ooh, that's a word. That's a word," because there's a whole lot of black folk that were in favor of 3 strikes. We may not have realized how, looking down the line, how it was going to be enforced. But there was a whole lot of black folk that supported 3 strikes. And she said, "Don't say nothing to me. If you supported the 3 strikes law, don't say nothing to me about being mad at her because she enforced it." I said, "Ooh, wait. I don't know his name. I have to find his name. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go to TikTok. Ebby, no. When you go on to TikTok, Ebby, can you go back and look at all the videos that you favored, that you gave a heart to? Well, hold on. I don't know how you can find videos that you have favored. And I don't know if I say, hold on, let me see if I saved it on my Instagram. Wait a minute, let me see. I may have saved it on my Instagram. No, it's not on my Instagram. Is this it right here? Wait a minute. No, that's not it. I have to go back and go to my, okay, hold on. Abby's telling me, go to my profile. Okay, go to my profile. All right, I'm in my profile. Okay, go to my profile. I'm in my profile now. What I do? Yeah, I live there. Hollywood is dirty. Serious question: have y'all been to California any part lately? The homeless is way out of control. Yeah, I heard it's really bad. That the homeless problem is really, really bad. I heard that as well. Me too, T. I love Shirley Ralph. That's my girl. Did her job, period. Now she's not my VP pick only because of all the controversy that I knew would come. But will come with it. But I don't care. Biden pick Scooby Doo. Okay. Click the heart in the middle. Ah, thank you. All right, now let me find it. Because I blame Abby for having me up all night on TikTok. So let me scroll down and see it. Because I blame Abby for having me up all night on TikTok. Let me find this man. Now I ain't going to be able to find him. There go Abby. Me liking Abby's videos. What is this guy? All right, I'm only going to look for it for another second. Hold on. I had to Google it and find it. All right, I know I scrolled down too far. All right, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Let me find it. Is this it right here? Hold on. Where is this guy? I know I like this video. All right, I'm not going to hold it up too much longer trying to find it. But I know I like this video. I don't know why I can't find it. Oh well, I had to Google his name because I know I like this video because I thought I had even saved it, but I had to Google it, y'all. Hitting that state. What? Farnadoes. I never heard of a farnado. Biden could use WAP as his campaign slogan with a box of pizza for his VP pick, and he was still gonna get my vote. Okay. Really, B, what is your political ideology? I know you say you're a Democrat, but do you consider yourself a moderate or a progressive or a liberal or just curious? I don't know. I don't really label myself. I take every issue by issue because there's some issues that I have a Republican way of thinking on. There's some issues I have a Democratic way of thinking on. The only reason why I'm a registered Democrat is because in D.C., you can't vote in the primary if you're an independent. That's the only reason why I'm a registered Democrat. But I would prefer to be an independent because my political ideology, it just goes by issue by issue. There's some things that I agree with a Republican mindset, and there's some things that are more liberal. So it just depends. It depends on the issue. So I don't know how I would describe my ideology. Independent. At best. I mean, I'm probably liberal on most issues, but I'm not liberal on all issues. Some things will probably surprise y'all how I feel. What is this? Oh, Danny. Oh, for those of you, I'm a share because she don't care about me sharing it. Danny just texted me. For those of you who know Danny, she's a mod in my chat. I believe she's a mod in Ebby's chat as well. I think she might even be a mod for El Teddy. But Danny J has goals. She just hit one of her goals. She today makes 100 pounds, so she's lost 100 pounds. Today is her 100-pound mark. She just sent me a text with the screenshot. So congrats to her. So super congrats. Yep. Let me see this. Because now, y'all, I hate when I can't figure something out. So hold on, give me a second, y'all. And then I'm going to get off of here in a minute. I'm mad my food's still ain't here.
Kind of like my cookies.
Yeah, kind of like your cookies, but my food was supposed to be delivered. Like, I have a tracking and everything. But that's right. If I have my food tonight, at least I did cook earlier. At least I had something to eat. You should go to the store.
I gotta do some stuff.
You ain't got nothing to do.
I am. I already know, you know what I'm saying.
What are you doing?
I can't do it. I'm an independent contractor.
Oh, God. All right, hold on, y'all. Here it is right here. Jose Diaz. That was his name. The guy's name was Jose Diaz. Jose Diaz did a video on, I believe it was TikTok. Maybe it was Instagram. Maybe it wasn't TikTok. Maybe I saw it on Instagram. But he did a video. Basically, that's the guy he was convicted of rape. And he was exonerated. And that was the guy who said that he said that he supports Kamala Harris, that she was not, that the information out there is not true, that she was not the person that, provided false testimony or hid evidence or whatever, it wasn't her. And that even though Joe Biden was not his first pick, that we can't be sore losers because we're going to end up happening to us what happened the last time. And we need to go ahead and support Joe Biden and keep it moving. What kind of cookies is she waiting for? Child, they must have, you right, Shawana, they must have Coke in them because Lord, the girl been feeding for them cookies for the whole weekend.
They're just like gourmet.
She said they're just like gourmet. Are they sugar cookies or snickerdoodles?
No, it's like different combinations. One of them is supposed to be like a special chocolate chip. One of them is supposed to be like a Nutella cookie. And I forgot the other one.
Oh, well, I hate that they're not here. Sorry.
I hate it too. Thank you.
You consider yourself a moderate Democrat. You love learning philosophy and political ideology. Yeah, me too. I love politics. I could talk politics all day long. I choose not to, but me either, Belize. I don't understand the Kamala hate. Kamala. I know I gotta learn how to say that woman's name. Niecy is still not here for the shade you threw at her cookies. Ain't nobody worried about her or her cookies. Ain't nobody worried about her or her cookies. Okay. You know what, Belize? I've seen that before. That's never been my thing, but I've seen my students do that. I've seen other people do that. I've never been one for the peppermint stick in the middle of a pickle, but I've definitely seen that before. That's some hood stuff for real. Sounds like the cookies in the round tin can. China, I used to love them cookies. You get them down to the we got them down at the CVS, honey. You get them little cookies, honey. Listen, y'all. Breaking news: Nancy Pelosi to call House back into session to vote on a bill prohibiting the U.S. Postal Service from implementing changes ahead of elections. So it goes back to what we said. I literally just got this alert on my phone. Let me read it to you. This is according to the Associated Press. The action comes amid growing concerns that the Trump White House is trying to undermine the agency during the coronavirus pandemic while states expand mail-in voting options. In a letter to Democratic lawmakers Sunday evening, Pelosi also called on her colleagues to appear at a post office in their district on Tuesday for a coordinated news event. In a time of pandemic, the Postal Service is election central. Americans should not have to choose between their health and their vote, she wrote. Pelosi said House Democrat leader Steny Hoyer should soon announce the Steny Hoyer. Do y'all know how? Jeez, Monetti. I mean, in the House, Steny Hoyer. I met Steny Hoyer when I was in high school, and he was in Congress then. Anyway, House Democrats were likely to discuss the schedule on a conference call on Monday and were expected to be in session next Saturday. A senior Democratic aide said on condition of anonymity because the plans were private. Earlier Sunday, Democratic lawmakers demanded that leaders of the Postal Service testify at an emergency oversight hearing August the 24th on mail delays. The House Oversight and Reform Committee said it wants to hear from the new Postmaster General Louis DeJoy, from the chair of the Postal Service Board of Governors, Robert Mike Duncan. With heightened scrutiny of its operations, the agency is now requesting a temporary pre-election rate increase from mid-October through Christmas, although not for first-class letters. The agency did not immediately respond to requests, blah, 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 blah. Y'all can read it. It's online. This is a long article. But yeah, so we were literally just talking about that. Literally just talking about that. So looks like there's going to be something going on, y'all. Something going on. They see what's going on. They see the fookanini and the foolery. They see it. Let me see here. Kool-Aid has no taste right out the pack. I can't tell y'all the last time I had Kool-Aid, child. I don't know, Abby, but I've seen it before. And like I said, I've even seen my students doing it, and I've seen it before. Like I've seen other people do. It's never been something that I was interested in doing, but I've seen it happen before. The peppermint in the pickle, yeah. They do Kool-Aid and pickles in Mississippi. Ooh. You can't find the Jose Diaz story? I Googled Kamala Harris spouse. What did I do? What did I Google? I Googled Kamala Harris. I Googled Kamala Harris comment wrongly convicted and articles popped up. So that's how I found his name. You take a pack of Kool-Aid and a few tablespoons of sugar with the pickle juice and pour it back in the jar. No, don't want none of that. I'm in Illinois, but my doula was from Tennessee and we got it from her. Oh, wow. Hot pickle juice and popcorn. They just make shit up. Yeah, people just be making shit up. Like, who thought of putting pickle juice on some popcorn? Like, who said that was a good idea? Then again, I guess we get some. I mean, how do we get anything that we know? Some stuff works, some stuff don't. I guess, child. Yeah, I've never been interested. Like, I love pickles. I can eat pickles all the time, but I've never been interested in putting peppermint with my pickles. Never, ever, 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 ever. Yeah, Autumn is probably aware. Yeah, she got that Kool-Aid down by now, honey. My P Valley should be uploaded by now. I did my P Valley. Yeah, it's finished processing. So when we get off of here, right now, in a minute, we're about to get off of here, and hold on, let's get to our deal of the day. Let's get to our Arbonne deal of the day, or product of the day, I should say. It's not a deal of the day yet. It's product of the day. And let me go get off of here because tonight we have Big Brother. Um, we have Real Housewives of Potomac. We have Big Brother, and then we got that new show coming on tonight on HBO. What's the name of that show again, Abby? Yeah, I know I keep forgetting the name of the damn show. Something County. Hold on, let me get the name of the show. Lovecraft County. And that comes on at 9 o'clock. So we have the Real Housewives of Potomac, Lovecraft County. Now I don't know if I'm gonna review Lovecraft County, y'all. I gotta wait and see. I gotta wait and see it because it looks like it's a whole lot of tomfoolery going on with the Lovecraft County, honey. I don't know if we're gonna be looking at that, but I mean we're gonna be reviewing it. But definitely check it out. All right, let's look at this. What are we going to highlight today? Let's highlight. Oh, I know what I wanted to highlight. Hold on. All right, this is what I wanted to show y'all. Okay, I found it. You watched Marry Millions. It's hilarious, child. About to clock out so I can shower, clean up, and cook. Okay, boo. We're about to get off of here in like 5 minutes, child. All right, so let me share the screen. Let me show you guys. This will be talking about. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys that there are baby products. There's a whole baby product, and I have actually purchased these baby products. Again, I told y'all I use these products. I buy these products. So whenever I have a baby shower, which I don't have as many as I used to, but whenever there's a baby shower, I always buy these products and add to whatever gift I'm giving, because again, these are products that don't have those added chemicals like the Johnson & Johnson No More Tears and stuff like that. So you have the body wash for the baby, the body lotion for the baby, diaper rash cream. You even have sunscreen for the baby. And then you can buy the whole set that has all 4 items. But I wanted to show you guys again. And again, I have used them, I haven't used them as a baby, but I have purchased them for friends who have been very satisfied with the products, okay? Very satisfied with the products. And again, let me drop my link. It's going across the bottom of the screen, but let me drop my link for you guys to click on the link. And I know I had an issue. Someone purchased something from me, and I thank you for the support. But there was an issue with, there was an error. Like the sale did go through, but there was an issue with the there was an error message for some reason. It was giving them a hard time. So thank you for sticking with it and making the purchase. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all the love, all the support y'all give me. Any way y'all can, whether it's just showing up and participating in the conversation, to hanging out in the bushes, hitting the like button, cash app, super chat, support me with the Arbonne. Y'all know it doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate it, and I love y'all all for it. What y'all talking about? I don't think it's gonna be funny, but that show was hilarious. That show with about the mega church with that white family in the mega church. Oh, that shit was hilarious. Okay. Hey, Afro Delight. Oh no, that's not Afro Delight. I added an L to that. Jamal True Love. Oh well, it must be more than one article then. It must be more than one case then, because the one I found. Okay, thank you, Young Rich, for finding that, babes. All right, so yeah. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming through. I had a super chat earlier from Reese's Pieces. Thank you again. And the Righteous Gemstones, that's it. And that shit was hilarious. That damn Righteous Gemstones was so damn funny. Listen, if y'all didn't catch Righteous Gemstones, I don't know what to tell you, because that shit was hilarious. Last but not least, I'm getting ready to head over to the Yes Bitch Roundtable. If y'all don't follow, he's changed his name to YBTV now, but he's live now doing his roundtable. So y'all go ahead and head on over there and give him some support, and some love. And I will catch y'all next time. Peace.